Herwig, it's time for the top 5. These are the top 5 articles Herwig and I found that you could not miss, the headlines you need to know about what's going on in the space. And we're leading it off with number 1, FTX. Ooh. FTX crypto exchange, they're coming for Coinbase. They're working hard. They're raising capital. They've stayed private, which is interesting to compare against Coinbase. And they're a local Miami company, and the fact that they're supporting the local Miami tech scene, which we love to support. And FTX has raised $400 million more at that top level at a $32 billion valuation. Following on the heels of FTX US, their subsidiary also raising $400 million at an $8 billion, and a $2 billion venture fund that they also have raised in the last 6 months at least. So they are just printing cash and they are deploying aggressively. You're gonna see plenty from FTX coming up.
The scoop is it's actually the same backers behind the FTX deal in the US from last week, as well as now this one. And that's pretty crazy because if you do the math, $400 million at a $32 billion valuation, well, that's roughly 1.25% of the company for $400 million. Oh. Sweet deal, Sam Bankman-Fried. Next up, we've got number 2, the IRS. Supposedly, they will not be going after your stable coin earnings. Things that you have locked up into staking contracts as well. Anything that you cannot touch right now but is earning you yield supposedly will not be considered as income this year until you at least, probably redeem it.
The one caveat here is that the case is still ongoing because while the IRS said they wouldn't pursue specific states' cryptos, they wouldn't say they would never do it for anyone. And so the lawyers are still pursuing the full clarity on if that's going to happen moving forward for everyone else. Number 3, we've got Luxembourg. Luxembourg has been very forward-focused in the technology space, specifically in the securities, and they take it a step further here in admitting security tokens onto their securities official list. This is kind of their registry for any type of security, and think of it like any of those kinds of numbers where you get a specific number or record of your security. And so with this, it won't actually trade on the Luxembourg Stock Exchange or anything like that, but they will be tracking the data and being able to show all the financial information around the investment products, specifically for security tokens alongside traditional securities.
In fact, the SOL there, that's the securities official list, is debt-only products, and it's only available to notable issuers, as well as the fact that the instruments themselves have to be priced in fiat. So it is a wonderful hybrid of Wall Street meeting blockchain technology, and one of those leaders in the space, Societe Generale, is number 4. Because they went ahead and took the Ethereum bonds that actually was over 100 million euros. I think it's something like 145. And they actually listed that immediately onto the SOL with the Luxembourg. So that's super cool. You can go and track that bond right now. It's got only a little bit of history to it, but it's on chain and all the information is right there on the Luxembourg Stock Exchange SOL.
You can also see it on stomarket.com. We've got all that sweet security token data. Moving into number 5, we have the Security Token Summit. You may recognize the Draper Goren home team putting on amazing events in the past. They've done crypto events, they've done NFT events, and they've been very active in the venture space. And they're hosting their 4th annual Security Token Summit in New York City on May 24th. We're going to be out there doing something to collaborate with them as well. So you're going to be able to see some of our faces, and it's going to be awesome. So make sure you set your calendars now, May 24th in New York City.
Looking forward to that 4th annual Security Token Summit. This space is growing and it has some history now, Kyle.